Hey, what's up, everyone? As you can see by the title of the video, uh, we're back to day one here again. Um, so what happened here was, it's hard for me to call it a relapse because it was one of my good friend's bachelor parties, and I went out of town for 4 days. I knew a month ago that this was gonna happen, basically. Um, it was just an event I was not prepared to not drink for. Um, but looking back about a month ago when I started this channel, um, I remember I kept convincing myself that I have this big event coming up in a month and I might as well just drink every day up until it. Otherwise, it seemed at the time almost pointless, to quit for a couple weeks type thing. But what I did do was I created the channel and I ended up quitting for 14 days. So 2 whole weeks without alcohol, as I documented in my previous videos. And that was not a waste at all. I honestly think that gave me a really good jump start on starting my sobriety again today. A month ago, I was telling myself my first day sober will be after the bachelor party. But what I did was I got sober for 2 weeks prior to it to kind of help me build my confidence and strength coming out of the bachelor party. And for now, I think it has helped me, those 2 weeks clean. I don't think they were a waste. I'm excited to get going again on this. So a little backstory here, what happened. This bachelor party was pre-planned, a few months in advance. We went out of town to a big city, a few hours away, stayed at an Airbnb, and my best friend was visiting from out of town. So last week he came up on Wednesday night, which was my day 14 off of alcohol. And this friend I've known basically since childhood. We always hung out together, drank together, did a bunch of things together. So the reason I don't call this a relapse was because it was kind of a planned drinking session and not one that accidentally happened. Of course, it was a relapse technically in the term of things. But anyways, he came up on Wednesday night, and we got together. It's been like 7 months since I've seen him, so we made some barbecue. We had a few beers. Just talked and hung out. Waking up on Thursday was actually, after having 2 weeks off, I had a pretty bad hangover on Thursday morning. My sleep was way worse. I had digestive issues, like I just wasn't feeling that great. But I knew the days leading up, I would still be drinking, unfortunately. And Thursday we went down to Montreal, which is a big city here in Canada, to our Airbnb. And there, 4 other guys came, via train, driving, things like that. And we drank there on the Thursday night, made a barbecue and hung out, played some poker, some cards, and some games and stuff. And Friday was, kind of basically the same, just kind of hung out. On the weekend, we did some sightseeing. We went to a few pubs. We went to the casino at night, and overall, I was a little scared for this event because that group of friends is kind of hardcore at times. And, I was kind of building it up in my head for months. I was scared of this event. I didn't really know what was going to happen. But being out of it now, overall, it was fairly okay. We drank somewhat consistently throughout the day and the night, but I never smoked any weed. I never drank any liquor. I had basically light beers all weekend, so I was never like sick or puking. I never got too drunk. I kind of maintained it, at least safely for the most part. And now that the weekend's over and I have had the 2 weeks of sobriety under my belt before the event, I kind of witnessed how good it feels to be sober for several days. And coming back here, this is my first day, back at home, back at work. I don't feel amazing today. Like, just had horrendous sleeps for like 5 days straight, basically. Obviously, the drinking didn't help. I ate a lot of restaurant food and things like that. So we're here. We're back on day one again. But I feel quite hopeful this time around. I don't have any major events planned for the next like month or two. And I'm really going to use this time to build an even stronger sobriety journey. And overall, I'm grateful that I started this channel and started documenting my process before this bachelor party, which was a very big deal in my head leading up to things. I think if I didn't do that I would have drank every day up until the bachelor party, probably drank more during the bachelor party, and then would have had a very difficult time stopping again after the bachelor party, because those events kind of like heighten your brain up, your dopamine's flowing, it's very energetic and exciting, and kind of going back to like the slow, meticulous process of just living your average day would have been a lot more difficult. But now that I kind of have had the opportunity to feel what it feels like to be sober in those times, I'm less scared to get sober again. More so, I'm excited, to begin this journey again, to sleep better, eat better, train more, and focus just on my health and mental state. So it is Tuesday, June 10th now. Maybe it's the 11th. I've honestly lost track of the days. But it's around 10 a.m. now. I woke up, had a coffee, opened my emails. 5 days of being off work, everything has kind of built up to a crazy amount. So I have this huge mountain of work that I have to climb and get through. And just being underslept and kind of hungover is making it difficult, obviously. But I've already proven to myself that I can do this. So I have the confidence to move forward now. Overall, of course, I'm a little disappointed, but I knew I was going to drink at this event. There isn't really a world I see myself not drinking at that event after only 2 weeks of sobriety. It would have just been, I don't know. I'd rather would have not have went at all if I had to go and not drink at that event. So it is what it is. We're here now. The past is behind us. All we can do is move forward. And in this moment, I'm deciding to move forward sober again. I feel pretty good about it. I just have to get through today again. It's just going to be a long and tiresome day. But I think after I get a couple sober sleeps in me, I'll bounce back. Once again, I am thankful for starting this journey and getting 2 weeks under my belt before the event. Because if I didn't, like I said, I think today would have been a much more difficult day to decide to stop. I'm treating it as just kind of like a bump in the road. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop going forward. I'm actually kind of pressing on the gas even harder, and I'm more excited to be sober than I have been in my previous stint. I apologize if you're rooting for me, but I appreciate all and everyone's support, all the new subscribers and viewers and everything. I'm thankful that you're here, and I'll be having more videos coming out documenting my journey. And yeah, I don't really know what more to say. You know, I was 2 weeks sober. I had 5 days of drinking as I was out of town at a bachelor party. It was somewhat controlled comparatively to the past, and I am excited to move forward in sobriety again. So I will be posting more often now that I'm back home, that I'm going down this journey again, and I will keep you all posted with my progress and how I'm feeling. And once again, I'm grateful for everyone's viewership, and I wish you the best of luck in your journeys as well. If you have any questions or things you want to discuss, feel free to leave a comment below, and we will get this together. See you guys in the next one.